My husband Charlie calls himself a collector, but when he's not around, I call him a hoarder.
Yeah, we got up here. I got bicycles. And quite a few bicycles. I got 8 bicycles. I got some outside. I got some here. I got some in the shed.
He has over 50 fishing poles, maybe 100. I don't even know where all of them are. He hides them. Charlie cannot find things when he needs to find them. Sometimes he does have to buy them again.
I got kayaks. I got kayaks outside in the back. I got 5 of them out there in the canoe.
Charlie has taken over every room.
Got a little corner there. More stuff. Stuff.
He just holds on to everything and he has to control it. If I try to throw something out, he will take it out of the trash.
It's like stuff you can't just like throw away.
One day I went to donate some clothes to Goodwill and he insisted on taking the bags. And then 6 months later, I said, well, now I don't have jeans that fit. So darn, I wish I would have kept some. He says, oh, I got jeans for you. You know, those bags you gave me. I'm like, what? You were supposed to take those to Goodwill. Oh, well, I didn't make it over there, so let me just go get the bags out of the van. So he never went to Goodwill. He just kept all that stuff.
I got a van out front full of stuff.
I can't stand living like this anymore, but it's become such a huge problem that I don't even know where to begin to fix the problem. My mother passed away September 2020, and she had a huge house full of things. She had lots of clothes and shoes and jewelry and purses to match every outfit. My mother was a doomsday prepper. She had tons of supplies for survival. Whole storage room of food and supplies that can last for, 10 years. And she kind of foresaw this whole pandemic, but now we have to inherit it. More stuff on top of what we already have. And where's all this stuff gonna go? We can't live like this. There's no more room.
Tell me, how does this affect you?
Well, yes, it is affecting us greatly. We argue a lot about this problem, and it just seems to keep circling around. Every time I bring it up, he gets overwhelmed and stressed about it and angry, and then he just shuts down and won't talk about it.
Let's look at some of the clutter kind of all at once here as we go through, but this didn't happen just overnight. So have you kind of acquiesced and let this creep up day after day, week after week, month after month?
Yes, I guess I have.
As we look at all of that, do you think that is in any sense of the way a reasonable way for you to live?
No, it's not. I have gotten used to it, but I think that my mom's passing and having to go through all of her stuff has really brought me to my breaking point.
You say there's 3 of you in the house and he gets a box of bread. He gets, 50 rolls of duct tape. He gets, he buys things in bulk because that gives him some feeling of what? Control, satisfaction. He gets some payoff from that, right?
I assume so. I'm not sure why he has to supply the world with everything.
Is it his theory that this is not hurting anyone? So what's the problem? Or is that the way you justify it to yourself?
I think because I've just gone along with it and not left, he just keeps it going and figures I'll get over it.
I can tell you from a psychological standpoint, this is a pathological way to meet a legitimate need. I get that he has some legitimate psychological pain, anxiety, problems. I'm not disallowing that. I get he has legitimate needs. This is just not a legitimate way to meet that need. And it doesn't work. If it worked, he wouldn't keep bringing in more stuff and more stuff and more stuff. If stuff would fix the problem, then when he got a certain amount of stuff, he'd go, oh, wow, whew, got that handled. But it doesn't work, which is why there's never enough stuff. Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.